Welcome back to my no dust, no worries budget Hearthstone laddering experiment. So last time we left off, we picked up a couple of wins, and the deck we're almost at rank 10, and rank 10 is actually really pretty nice for Rogue Sprint. I think is a fairly good card if underrepresented in the current metagame. Okay, so let's hop into the first game. So just to reiterate, this series is about trying to experience Hearthstone as a new player. You know, no levels on your account. You don't really have access to a lot of gold or a lot of dust. So the series is about seeing how far we can go, and this time we're doing it with Rogue. I may switch to other classes later. Seeing how far we can go with just class cards, common cards, and rares. So we're ruling out epics, legendaries, and adventures. If you were interested in seeing my approach to the game using the whole pool of cards, I have a series called Ladder Concepts, and I try out a bunch of things. Definitely not neck decked things, because I'm really not a fan of just copying the strongest iteration of a deck off the internet and just playing it and getting wins. That's not why I play Hearthstone. I play to engage with other players. I play to engage with my deck and their deck. And you know, it's fun to go up against meta decks, quote unquote meta decks, because then it becomes a little bit more predictable what your opponent may have in their deck. And that's one of the things I enjoy doing, thinking about what's really popular at the moment and what's really popular. Say even just in the ladder session you're doing right now, what's really popular? Wow. Okay. And okay, I think we have a fairly clear play. Buffing the ooze allows me to clear the Tauren Warrior for free, and I again tax the hero power unless he wants to sacrifice one of his Goldshire Footmen. I wasn't quite clear about the name because I never see this card played. It doesn't even. The only time you might see it is if Hungry Dragon pulls it out, but nobody plays Hungry Dragon. At least nobody that I run into plays Hungry Dragon. I like Hungry Dragon, but we'll talk about it at some point. Okay, do I develop the Yeti or do I develop the Inventor and draw a card? Given that I'm not going to... Given the stuff on his board, I think I'm going to draw a card. Although I probably don't need to. But it would be great if I could find a backstab for the Sorceress Apprentice, because the spells costing one less is pretty neat for a mage, especially a mage that, say, for example, puts a whole load of 1-cost spells and 2-cost spells. Any sort of discount is much stronger when the discount compared to the full price. So if you're paying 0 for a 1 mana card, that's like an infinite discount. If you're paying 1 for a 2 mana card, that's a 50% discount. But if you're paying 3 for a 4 mana card, you know, it's like a 25% discount. It's not great. But infinite discount, well, we'd love those, wouldn't we? I wish I could get infinite discounts. But yeah, it looks like the Arcane Missiles didn't quite go our opponent's way. And okay, so it's an Echo deck. Okay, Echo deck. Usually Echoes you see in conjunction with a whole load of giants and a whole load of annoying minions that are hard to deal with, say Sludge Belchers, possibly even Shredders. I just get the feeling that our opponent picked up Echo in a deck and man, hey, you know, new card, let's put it in our deck. And that's fine, that's part of the fun of Hearthstone. Okay, I think what I will do is I could ooze, weapon up, heal, but I think I like Yeti better. Because the weapon doesn't do much for me right now. I mean, I can swing this turn and then swing next turn. But I like putting the Inventor out of ping range, out of Fire Blast range. I mean, I'm just swapping one target for another, but it means the Inventor can help me clear some of these mirror entities. Sorry, not mirror entities, mirror images. Oh, looks like a taunt, a a taunt focused mage deck. Unfortunately, I think the mage hero power isn't quite fast enough to benefit from a taunt focused deck. Okay, I think I'm going to start doing work on the mirror images. Yeah, I'm going to start doing work on the mirror images, and so often I wonder, should I use my health to clear a minion, or should I use a minion's health to clear a minion? And it really depends on whether your health total is important, like whether it's important to keep your health high. If it's obvious that your opponent has a deck focused around killing your hero instead of board control. So, you know, the classic example is Face Hunter with a lot of charges, with explosive traps and whatnot. If that's apparent, then I would have definitely used an inventor to clear the Goldshire Footman instead of using my face. But here I think, you know, our opponent's out of cards. We're not really in too much danger, although I am taking a lot of damage. I am taking a lot of damage. I may have to sap one of them, actually. Oh, no. So this opens up... so this is 9 plus 1 more, which is 10 damage. And I die to a frost spot. If I heal myself, then yeah, I think I'm going to have to sap one of them. Silly as though it may sound. I can't really afford to take the 3 damage next turn. But now that he only has 6 damage on the board, it's quite plausible that my minions will clear off his stuff and we'll be in a fairly dominant position, even though I'm at half health and he's at 30 health. Oh, 1 cost Arcane Intellect. That's pretty cool. Hopefully we don't run into a blizzard here. Okay, frostbolts in the face. Wow. Is that enough? Ooh. No, the final card is an apprentice. But no, we have lost this game. Wow. Well, that's well played by our opponent. I think definitely the Echo did a lot of work there, picking up so many stall mirror images, and picking up so many Sorcerer's Apprentices to hide behind the mirror images. That was well played.
Well played.
I like that deck concept. Okay. Well, let's queue up into our next game. Well, before we do that, I'm going to record our loss. And let's queue up into the next game. Okay, back into it with Rogue versus Warlock. Yeah, so a lot of the basic cards, you have the basic cards. Sorry, give me a moment. So, do I want to 1-drop against the Warlock? Mortal Coil? He might have Mortal Coil, but costing him the Mortal Coil might be okay as well. So I go 1, 2, coin 3, which means I should throw this back. The common decks, so the beginner decks, are often very just board control focused.
The pleasure is mine.
And they don't really include many tempo swingy spells or anything like that. You're not really looking at anything like Sludge Belchers, or you're not really looking at anything like you know, Argent Horse Riders, which facing Zoo, rank 22 Zoo. Really? Okay. I think I'll keep the Sludge. Sorry, the Swampoo's, just in case, if in the off chance it gets to 9 mana and there's a Jiraxxus. I will probably play it before then though, depending on how the game goes. Yeah, so I would love to hear you guys' experiences, you know, getting into the game. If you know, regardless of whether you've played the game for a long time or you're just starting and you're wondering what to do, and that's part of why I decided to start this series, to experience how it might feel to be a new Hearthstone player in this day and age. Okay. think I should continue with my original plan to coin out the Senjin, because barring any unforeseen circumstances, I should be able to finish the Nerubian next turn with the weapon up. So next turn, turn 4, I'll be weaponing up Oozing. That's my plan for now. Things can obviously change. But if I can't weapon up, I can just use the Murloc to trade into it. It's not great, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So yeah, there's a whole load of basic concepts that I have figured out, from watching other people's channels, from watching tournaments, and just playing the game myself. If there's anyone that wants, if there are any concepts that you're not clear on, or you want me to elaborate on, I'd love to take feedback. Send me an email, leave me tweet me on Twitter. That's probably the easiest way to reach me. That's probably the way. Twitter is probably the way that I check most often just throughout the day, and I'm very happy to take suggestions for what to talk about during the videos, especially in the early stages of the climb, when there might be a fair amount of downtime. We're just facing up against very basic decks. There isn't too much to think about at the moment. Although we can get surprised, just like last time. That's a good play. We got surprised by the Echo Mage, and that was really strong. Okay, so do I want a 2/4 that draws a card, or a 4/2 that shoots him in the face for 2? I think I want the 2/4. I'm gonna save the 4/2 just for utility later. I don't like to use like some cards have Battle Cry, deal some damage. This is like a big SI7 agent. So SI7 is a card that for 3 mana you can deal 2 damage to something if you combo it. Okay, I think we'll just develop this and leave it be. Should I swing? I can always swing next turn. I'm debating the swing because swing plus Gnomish equals 3 damage, which means I can Stormpipe Commando it down next turn. But there's no reason for me to take the damage this turn. And next turn I'll probably be doing Stormpipe Raptor. Yeah, I don't think I probably won't be weaponing up next turn. So yeah, not gonna swing this time. But yeah, going back to things, ooh, nice. Going back to things, I'd love to take suggestions as to things you'd like to see on the channel, things you'd like me to talk about, so on and so forth. More than happy to take suggestions, more than happy to have a chat about them during these videos, or possibly even make some guides or whatever that if people are trying to get into the game and don't quite know what's going on, that's fine. I'm more than happy to help you out. Okay, so we are going to do as I planned.
Here we go.
Run in and clear Sludge Buddy. Seems like our opponents, the last 2 opponents, seem to have quite a few cards in their deck, and you really don't notice the lack of cards in your collection until you have no cards in your collection. I think, oh my god, okay. I think it's, at least for me, it's fairly easy to forget what it's like to be a beginner player. Okay, I don't think I want to be taking any more damage. 5 to the face puts me at 12. I think that's a little bit too much. Although I could shoot Raptor. Yeah, okay, let's do that actually. It leaves me with a little more power on the board. And I will play the Razor Fen, I think. One of the things I like to do is, if you're making a choice between 2 similarly costed plays, so at that turn whether I could have played a Razor Fen or I could have played a Shattered Sun. I like to make the play that's slower if you have the leeway. I think it's better to make the slower play. Well, this is like a pseudo handlock. Oh my, handlock at rank 22. Jeez, okay, I thought I was saying that it'd be fairly straightforward. It looks like I was wrong. Handlock at rank 22. Well, at least bits of handlock at rank 22. Hard to say. You really, like I was saying, you really can't tell what's going to be in someone's deck, whether they have a second Siphon Soul. Please, no second Siphon Soul. Please. We're going to lose 2 games in a row. That's fine, you know. This is an experiment, like I said, and we're going to see how far this deck can go. I'm quite confident that we can take it to at least rank 10. Oh my god, okay, that we can take it to at least rank 10 with enough games. Anything above that without the quote-unquote OP cards, I don't know. I don't know about getting above that without the OP cards. I think I'm going to have to sap here. The Drake deals with my Inventor very, very easily if I don't run the sap. And now, does he have a taunt in his hand? I mean, a taunt giver like a Sun Fury or an Argus. You can definitely play it next turn. If it was a higher ranked game, I would definitely put more weight on this Watcher being played. I think I'll take the risk and clear the Watcher. I'll take the risk, but clear the Watcher now. I'm going to make the read that he has a Taunt Giver. Otherwise, I don't think he would have played the Watcher, or Taunt Giver / Silence mechanic that will enable the Watcher. So I'm going to clear it in advance and hopefully play around an Argus or a Sun Fury.
I dream.
Oh my. Okay. Alright. You've got a lot of good cards. That's fine. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay. We not all is lost yet. I think that I have to push for damage here and hope he doesn't, pull out Ysera's Awakening or Nightmare or basically anything that will kill me. But yeah, starter decks tend not to have too many. There it is. Okay, well played. Starting decks tend not to have too many answers to things like legendaries and epics and things like that. That's really part of why I wanted to do this series, to see how it goes, see how a beginner might match up against the meta. Okay, so we are going to wrap it up here for today. So I want to thank you all for coming by and participating, and hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. See you later.